Hello, this is Japan, and I have another tier list here about one of the games that just is near and dear to my heart, which is Pokemon. Now, Pokemon I have just played since the very beginning, very little ones I've missed, and we'll see it here as I rate them. I'm gonna try to do what my normal rating is, where I have the whole thing, but keep it as even as possible, except for obviously the never played. And so we have some tougher decisions where we have to actually change up stuff. And I'll give you as much insight as I can because some of these games just kind of come down to preference, to be honest. And yeah, so let's just jump into it. So I'm guessing this is green version. I've never played the original green. I only played leaf green, so I'm gonna have to put it in never played. I believe this is the only game that falls under the never played, so I think that's pretty good. You got red, blue, and yellow. We'll kind of keep them as a block to a certain extent. Red was what I originally had. I'm pretty sure I had blue also right off the bat. I think I got both, and I just was absolutely loving it. I got yellow much later on. I do believe with having Pikachu follow you was pretty sick, but that's pretty much the difference between the three. Obviously, like there's a little bit of game mechanic ones and different Pokemon, but I'm gonna go red and blue in A tier maybe. I'm gonna slide him into S. The nostalgia is too much for me. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to put him in S. And I'll put yellow in A. Just was much later on, and at that point, for me, I had seen so many other games and played so much other stuff that it wasn't as crazy. I guess is the best way of saying it. Now we got gold and silver and crystal. Now gold, silver, I definitely want to put into A tier. Really solid games. Loved them. I played the crap out of them, but I always played Crystal and played Crystal so many times. I don't know why there's so much of a difference. I just like the, Susween and stuff. So I mean, I had to put Crystal just a little higher because it was that much better for me. Ruby and Sapphire, again, kind of go hand in hand. I feel like we can just put them in a solid A tier. I played Sapphire much later on also a lot, so they kind of got up a little bit higher on there. Fire Red, Fire Blue are just solid games. I'll put them in B. I think that's just the best way of putting them. They're just kind of the same old, but like that they still work out really well. Then we got Emerald, Diamond, and Pearl. Emerald, I guess, goes up to here with these, but I didn't care for Emerald as much. I don't really think there was much of a difference, but I just remember playing these two, and I don't remember playing much of Emerald. I know I beat it, but that's about it. Diamond and Pearl, um, they weren't my favorite, to be honest. I'm gonna put them in C. I like the remakes, I think, better when I get down to it. Platinum's also here. Um, but I just feel like they were just still solid games. Plus, we're just trying to keep these as rating. See, the thing that you'll see with me at least, all of these games are like A tier games to me in general, but because we're rating them based off of each other, I guess is the best way of saying it. And the nostalgia of playing the original games is probably going to be higher than playing the other games because I have really good memories of the first generation and then the later generations when I played them with my partner. So, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, I thought it was just a solid remake. I didn't think it really was needed. Black and White actually was the first kind of game I didn't like as much. It still was good, but like I think I like Black and White 2 better, which wasn't much of a difference. I'll actually move these two down to D and then move these two up here. I think that's the only way we can keep it really even. Because the thing is, like these games were just amazing. X and Y, X I played just so much. I'm gonna put Y and A just because of how much I played X. I don't. It didn't really see the problem with having like the pairing and stuff. There's really not much of a difference, but just because of playing, I would have to do that. Same thing with Alpha Sapphire. I played Alpha Sapphire a ton, especially the Wonder Trading aspect of it. So I'm gonna have to go S, and I'll put Ruby down here in B. I don't think it was anything too crazy to make a remake of the game. I still like the originals better, but because I played Alpha Sapphire so much, I just have to put it there. Sun and Moon was actually the first change of games because there was no gyms, and I did not like that. I thought the Pokemon were pretty solid, but I'll put them in C. And then when they did the Ultra, was actually the only ones that I remember playing. A friend had them, so I played through them, but then I didn't buy them. Let's go Pikachu and Eevee. I'm gonna have to go with Pikachu a little higher because you had to have Pikachu in your party, and he was a little bit better than just having a regular Eevee that you couldn't evolve. So I'm gonna put that in D. Then we had Sword and Shield. Was I ended up playing Sword and Shield a lot, but not really getting much far into it. I don't know why, but I just remember getting a big just kind of stalled out. We'll put it in B. The remakes of Diamond and Pearl, I have both. I probably would put them in C with Diamond and Pearl. I don't think they were much of a difference. Arceus, I quite enjoyed. I'll put that in A. Still haven't beat it completely. And then we got Scarlet and Violet that just recently came out. I'll put them in A tier. They had so many glitches, and they were so bad with those glitches. But I think between the shiny mechanics, the mechanics being able to play with friends, I think really revived my love for Pokemon. So I had to put them up higher, which I know a lot of people probably wouldn't. But because of that, it's just that thing. When I think about Scarlet and Violet, I get good memories. When I think about red and blue, I do Crystal, X, because I think like in Pokemon X, I rewatched the Pokemon series of that season 2 during it, so I don't know, I felt that vibe, and I can't really describe that feeling, but that's just why I have to put it in S. Same thing with Alpha. I would actually be pretty solid. I think I'd move Sun and Moon up, and then I'd move Sword and Shield down. Did I mess that up? Now why is it? Okay, it still fits. It's fine. We'll put Sword and Shield on different ones. I want to do that though, because I like that a little bit better. But I think I would just put that higher because I was just thinking about the Wonder Trading was also really cool in that, and I think that made up for it. But yeah, those are my Pokemon things. If you guys like more Pokemon content, I have a channel that has a bunch of stuff on there. I'm probably going to be posting more on here also with it, just because it's just I like Pokemon a lot, and I think it'd be cool to do multiple series on it. Until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.